Hey Math 120 students, we're going to finish this last question from our exam 2 about angular speed, this belt and wheel problem. I've been trying, it's a little more work than I expected, to animate this. But there you see a bunch of dots going around wheels C and B. Those are all on the same belt. They're all going the same linear speed, meaning if you could put a speedometer on them, they're not catching up to each other. I tried to make it so that it would move around, but that's going to be a bit more work, so I decided to stop. If I put a dot going around wheel A, it's going to go much faster in terms of linear speed. So let's do that. This is just in case you're still... So now I'm going to show you this dot. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger. That's going much faster in terms of speedometer. So it's if you compare if it was side by side with one of the orange dots or something, it's going much faster. But we say it's rotating in the same way as the black dot. So that was the whole principle here. We were learning how to think about angles and angular speed, and that the black dot and the red dot do have something in common. It's what we have been defining as angular speed. So this was just a playground for us to explore these ideas and how they're different. So again, all the dots there that let me get rid of the red one, those are all going the same linear speed. So if you're connected by a belt, you have the same speedometer speed. You're not points aren't catching up with each other. Okay, if you're connected by an axle, then you have not the same linear speed, because the outer dot's going much faster in terms of miles per hour or feet per second, but they take the same amount of time to rotate because they're fixed to the same center point. Okay, so anyways, the solving of these is fairly quick. I mean, I debated about asking a question like this because I don't know how much value really it has, but a lot of people were asking about this and wanted to have a question like this on the test, so you got it. But the bigger idea was this connection. So a lot of it is identifying information. So A was connected to B, and B was connected to C. So big picture stuff, the angular speed of A and the angular speed of B were the same. And this also is stated up here. The linear speed of a dot on the edge of B is the same as the linear speed of a dot on the edge of C. Those are connections. The other big thing, and it's the thing we probably are using the most right now in chapter 17, is V equals omega R. And that's for a given belt and wheel system, a connection between the linear speed, angular speed, and radius of a given wheel. But the catch is, if you want to use this in this form, this needs to be in radians over time, which I think was seconds here. The rest of it is just collecting the information. So I mentioned one way is to collect it all in a table. But practically, if you're someone that needs a breakdown, it goes like this. First, you check the units. Do all the distances match up? No. Because these are in inches, and this is in feet. And this is in inches. So I want to change the 5.5. So this was a section where we reviewed conversion again. And I better put the right conversion there. But this is how I do conversion. Students often are asking me, do you multiply? Do you divide? Do you multiply by pi over 180? Do you divide? I don't think of it that way. I put equivalent things here. So I don't think of it as guessing whether I multiply or divide. I just set it up, and now I can see I multiply. So let me bring my calculator in to sort of show how this goes, if you're having trouble with this still. So this was 5.5 times 12. All right. 66 inches per second. And there's, if we were going to do lots of belt and wheel system, there's other things we can say. But this was just talking about these connections. Okay. The other thing, do all the times match up? Distances. Now we have them all matching up. All the times are in seconds. This is just a good thing to check always. And then lastly, are we in radians? So let's think about that. It takes 2 seconds to complete one rotation. For what to complete? Wheel C. All right, now I feel like I'm ready to go. A is connected to B, is connected to C. Let's summarize. This is V, this is omega. If you want, you can throw an R here. The table is not necessary. Just a way to collect the information. Okay, so what do we know? We know the radius of A is 6 inches. That's in that first sentence. We know the radius of C is 10 inches. That's in that last sentence. We're trying to find the radius of B. Lovely. They told us that one of these things is 66 inches per second. Okay, that's the linear speed here. It's good to put the units here because that's a double check. Oh, it's both in inches. Good. And now I know I can find that one. But there's one other fact here. It takes 2 seconds to complete a revolution. So we say 1 revolution or rotation in 2 seconds. That's angular speed, but we don't want revolutions. So this is another chance to do this. Now this one we do so much that hopefully you know you do indeed multiply by 2 pi, but I still think of it as units. So it ends up being pi because the 2 cancels. And that's for wheel C. Pi radians per second. So now it's a game of, so that's 2 things. You were practicing making sure you could get the units right, which is a big thing with circular and angular motion because often things are given in RPMs because that makes sense to measure things that way, but it doesn't lend itself well to our formulas. And so it is something you have to practice, is getting the units to match up. Often we do linear speed in terms of miles per hour, but usually we don't give the radius of a tire in miles. So these are things you encounter in practice. Okay, so the rest of the question is fairly quick. You have V equals omega R, V equals omega R, V equals omega R. Whenever you use that, you're using radians. And so we just sort of cycle back and forth through here. So we can get this V by multiplying those two. 10 pi inches per second. And a common question is about the units. Students ask me about this. Radians is a special unit where 1 radian is equivalent to R on the arc length. So there's a longer discussion. But this is partially why you have to be in radians for this to work out. Okay, we then said these 2 things were the same. The linear speed of A, the angular speed of A and B, so these 2 are the same. So that's not helpful yet. And these 2 are the same. So this is 10 pi. They're connected. So that was one of those dots going around here. Any dot going around these 2 is going the same. You don't catch up with the other person is how I like to say it. They're just going to keep going and they won't catch up. They don't fall behind. They don't catch up. That means they're going the same linear speed. Okay, what about this one? Well, we are trying to compute omega. Omega would be V over R. Once you do a few of these, you realize you're just dividing or multiplying. If you're going this way, you're dividing. If you're going the other way, you're multiplying. So this is 11. And then finally, we need R, which would be V over omega. and we are done. V over omega. This is the radius of B, and that's going to be in inches because all the other distances are in inches. It's about 2 point something. So there you go. Hope that clears that up.